Hello everybody and welcome back to this next part of the Rome Total War short campaigns with Julii, and hopefully to continue where we left off last time with our victory as Jester. Depending on what the next mission will be from the Senate, which could possibly be blockading some ports or taking some other cities, we must plan our next invasion, which may not happen within the next turn or so, but within the next 5 turns or 10 turns I'd say, which will be against Gaul. We really need to capture these provinces that belong to Gaul that are still in the Italian peninsula. They are lightly defended at the minute, and if you leave them too long they'll obviously gather more troops. So we'll just do that. I was going to have a look. Obviously we need to retrain our Hastati, and we can't do it in this village at the minute. So we're going to send them back to the capital, and that's one of the reasons why in the last episode I began construction of communal farming, because this capital is going to be our main recruitment centre. And I'm not sure if it's not in Medieval 2 Total War, but especially in this game, when you recruit a unit it takes it out of your actual population, so you've got to make sure you have enough men basically. So what we're going to do is all we're going to leave is one general really, and that's the slightly younger general, whereas everyone else, actually they can't move out. Oh, it's our general that can't move out, okay, but this one could. Well, we can get these infantry units out, and next turn they can be joined by the general, get them back here, and after these communal farming's built, I've got to figure out, I can recruit a Hastati already, so that's not a problem, but we also want some cavalry, so stables may be the order of things, to be honest. So I think now we're finally ready to end the turn and see what happens. Probably not a lot on this first end turn, but let's go. Except for some diplomacy. So they're offering trade rights and map information, and their demands are some money. Well, let's turn this on its head, and instead we'll offer them map information but demand some payment. And instead of the 240 or whatever they demanded, we're going to demand 750, which is quite a bit more, but we're going to see how that goes. They accept it, which is excellent. I could probably ask for a little bit more, but that's alright. And it looks like they're already moving their troops out actually. So yes, looks like our next Senate mission is another one to take a province, which is Narbo Martius, which is over here, belonging to the Gauls funnily enough, so the Senate are happy for us to actually declare war on Gaul. And I've had this mission quite a few times before, but I find the problem is it's not directly bordering your current empire, so I'd have to build a fleet of ships to travel over there or travel over the Alps. You've also got another province here which is currently rebel. I think it's what is now modern day Marseille, if I remember correctly, but I'm sure the Gauls will try and capture that. And yes, so although that is our Senate mission, I'm not actually going to go for it, I don't believe. Instead we're going to concentrate on taking these cities. To do that we need a good army, so we're going to bring these guys back. I was actually hoping it must be the next level of city that you can get an armourer or a blacksmith or whatever it's called, so we can get better armour, but it seems that's not the case at the minute, but that's okay. So I'm going to take our better general. Yeah, luckily he's still not the manager, it's the other guy. But now this place is finally developed, we're going to get the wooden palisade going, and then a barracks, or probably rows actually first. And here, oh, I thought, yeah, that's okay actually. I thought there was actually Hastati in this city, and I was going to, or large town, and I was going to replace them with town watch, but that's already done. Town watch are quite good for a basic sort of garrison to keep the peace, and they can sort of defend. I've seen some people use peasants, but they are totally inadequate in a fight. So with the town watch, even though, well, their upkeep's the same, but they cost a little bit more for the original recruitment, they are better overall to have, so I generally use them as a basic garrison while my armies are out in the field. And it looks like I want to sort of move off sooner, but the farming won't be finished for 2 turns. But we're going to if we do go out now, we're going to certainly lack cavalry. And I'm not sure. We've got this army here, which I'm a bit worried about. So we're going to follow that army. I have a feeling they're going to go down the coast here because there's another rebel settlement somewhere around here, and usually Gaul goes after it. Oh, also, I don't think I mentioned this, you probably know this, but when you play as the Brutii, your first target is this Greek coastal town here of Apollonia, and unlike the other factions, the Scipii don't have a rebel settlement to go for. They usually either have to attack Syracuse or Lilybaeum, which belongs to the Carthaginians to begin with. So they're in a slightly hard position to begin with. But if you can capture all of Sicily, for instance, and invest in it, it becomes really rich for you. But that's neither here nor there for us in this particular campaign. I'm not going to go out this turn because we've got the retraining to do. Also, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 units of Astarte. Is that enough? If I also take the Roman archers, the Triarii, and a general, that's almost half a full army. And I don't think Gaul is going to field something anywhere near that amount. So I think we'll be alright. Now my diplomat, I'm going to head towards Spain, because you've got 2 factions over in that area that we haven't spoken to yet. Although he's trying to get a bit stuck. There we go. Also, you have the dilemma whether to attack Patavium first or Mediolanium. I generally go for Patavium first because it has a massive growth rate. It seems to have excellent farming, and you'll get your population up really quickly without little help, to be honest. And if you have it at a low tax rate, it's even better. And bearing that in mind, our finances are not too bad. Just thinking again, dropping the tax rate to normal and how much, because we've got quite a lot of money and we're still making a profit, so I'm going to do that. We're going to leave the other place on high tax rate for now and probably reduce that over the next few turns once the port's built and stuff like that. So again, I think we will end the turn. Yeah, and see what happens. Ah, that's a bit annoying. They haven't moved on yet. I think that other army went out and hid in those wooded area there, so they're probably still there. If I... Yes, they are hiding. So that's 4 units there and 5 units there, which is 9 units. And I've got them on huge scale, so their warband of 241 men, which outnumbers ours, which are 160. But if you have a look over here now, Mediolanium is lightly defended. So that actually might be the best target to go for. We'll have to decide that once our army's sorted. Also, this sort of happens sometimes. You've got your allies, or current allies, at the Senate. And sometimes their troops sort of wander into your lands, but you are allies with them, so it's nothing to worry about. They can't actually attack you. So, yeah, the Brutii are finally getting across. It's strange that they don't do it in one turn. The Brutii could easily take it, and the Scipii haven't really done much yet. So let's just move my diplomat. And yeah, that usually happens. They get caught up in this mountain pass by a Gallic army. Just a small one. Right. So, we've built the wooden palisade in Segesta. Now we'll go for the roads, and in Arininum, or whatever you call it. Looking, it's not really making much income. Probably go for the communal farming there as well. And yeah, I think I'm going to wait to get the stables so I have some cavalry. I want some equites, just to counter their cavalry as well, because they've got some before I decide to head out. And I actually want more Hastati, so I'm going to get 1 more unit. Actually 2, because that'll give us 8 units for Hastati. Yes, which will be pretty good, to be honest. We're lacking on missile units, but we'll be our main infantry corps will be just fine. So another end turn phase. And a suitable husband, the first one that's come up. He looks actually, he's quite old actually. I believe if we look at our family tree, Fadia, whatever her name is 14. He's 30, which would be alright if he had quite a lot of traits, but he's only got Confident Commander, which I suppose you can build on that, but I'm going to decline that. Hopefully something better will come along. That was quite a poor one, to be honest. Right, so the capital has built the communal farming, so population growth is up massively to 4%, and now we're going to build the stables, which will take 3 turns, unfortunately. I am wondering, because it's going to be 3 turns, then it's going to be a few turns to build or recruit a few cavalry. That's just taking too long, to be honest. We don't actually have a time limit, luckily enough, although it wouldn't be a massive time limit anyway. But let's just move again. Yeah, we're going to be trapped. That's annoying when you cross over there. Right, so just let's go back to them. We'll need a basic garrison, so we need the barracks for the town watch. And I'm really tempted to actually go for Mediolanum. Yes, master. To be honest, there's a 100% chance he'll get in. Okay, we'll do that. We've got the faction there, which we could kill. 2 units of infantry. Yeah, we're going to go for this, guys. So our general, Quintus Julius. Hopefully he can get an extra command star from this. We're going to take all the infantry. Oh wait, we've got one more turn. I'll wait the one more turn to get the 8 units, which means Quintus, actually back in you go into the city. Oh, and I didn't notice that. We've now got 2 rebel armies. That's annoying. That pops up a lot on this game. You can like go and fight them, but they usually just appear again, so unless I have a massive advantage, I usually just leave them. We've got more important things to deal with, to be honest. And they don't usually attack you. I have the odd occasion where such a massive rebel army will attack your own city, but it's very, very rarely happens. But also looks like, just looking at the mini-map, that yes, the Brutii have taken their first province. And the Scipii again. Or it looks like they're going to try and take Carolus, which belongs to the Carthaginians, but I don't think... Yeah, they're not at war yet. But that could be the first actual war in the world. Yeah, it's just the rebels everyone's at war with at the minute, so that could be the first war. Not our war with the Gauls. Which should happen in a few turns, actually. Oh, I've just checked. They've got another general now. That is annoying. Did he just come of age? Yes, 16. He must have been the son of the factioner then. That is annoying. But again, we'll have an advantage with the infantry. But it's not such a problem. And yes, war has begun between the Romans and the Carthaginians, which, to be fair, is usually the first war in this game. Right, can we finally get moving? Okay, I just missed that, but it looks like, yes, that rebel settlement is under siege by the Gauls. Yeah, let's head forward. So, Quintus, off you go. Can't get any mercenaries at the minute, but we might be able to get them from the enemy provinces. So let's take everyone. So that's quite a nice, and take all these guys. I'm actually going to get just 1 unit of Town's Watch as a basic garrison, and then these guys can head onwards. Now, let's see. Let's go forward. No. I thought we could hopefully might get some mercenary cavalry units, but it doesn't look like we will be. On the money front, yeah, we're still making a small profit. It's not too much of a problem at the minute. The communal farming will give us a boost as well. It looks like this usually happens. The Senate have sort of taken their diplomat and gone off to find Germania in the far north here. They sort of go off in all directions, to be fair. Oh look, yes, Checking the mini screen, yeah. Scipii have now taken their first settlement, so it's all equal between the Roman factions, but hopefully we'll take our second one before either of them take their second one. And because I've got my spy in that actual city, we might get the gates open straight away. Right, this is a better suitable husband actually, although again, well, he's publicly loyal, which the other guy didn't have, so it'd be hard to bribe. But he's got the confident commander trait, and he's 16, which is young, which means we've got more time to sort of upgrade him as such. So yes, that is a better choice, so I'll accept him. And I think it's for his first assignment, maybe heading out to help the army, but he won't reach them if they head forward. So he might have to wait behind for a minute. Another war, the Seleucid Empire in Armenia, and the House of Brutii I've joined the war against Carthage. We won't actually join as well unless we get a specific mission from the Senate to usually sometimes get the mission to blockade one of their ports like Carthage, which I should decide whether I want to do that or not. But what I'm going to do this turn is let's just get rid of all the, well, let's start with this building work. Keep an eye on our finances. It looks like we're actually losing money now. That must be because of the new general. Because of that, I'm going to actually increase tax rates again, just to plug that gap for the minute. Once we have a few more provinces, this shouldn't be a problem, and everyone can be low tax rate. But for the time being, it's a bit difficult. Paved roads would increase trade, but so would the trader. So we're going to just build a trader for now. It's cheaper, and land clearance there. Okay, right. What I'm going to do is hopefully if I can void this army. It looks like yes, they've left. Yes, a small garrison. They've made a mistake. If I can get round, which I think I can. Yes. I can, if we slowly creep up, get my general. Yeah, we're going to attack a neutral faction. And the gate is open, that's excellent. We'll just maintain the siege. So as you can see, thanks to their idiotic move of moving their army out, we have got a clear advantage here to take this city, or large town I should say, which has got their faction heir in, so if we win the battle he dies, which is excellent. But that will be for the next episode, so I hope you enjoyed this episode, again just under 20 minutes. So in the next one it'll probably just be a battle and then sort of consolidating from there. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time.